Hi, Tariq and Daphne here again. Well done getting these tasks done, but just remember, as I say, try and look at your corrections each time first, and then maybe you can just learn from any errors. Just gives you a chance to correct your errors rather than me correcting them. Yeah, that would be great. Well done. So people are using a lot of translation apps. Do the benefits of this outweigh the disadvantages? Okay. Experts throughout both the developing and developed world have debated whether, now don't use both, okay? Sometimes when I'm putting a correction, it means that the yellow bit goes, get rid of that. Whether the increase of online translating applications are beneficial or disadvantageous to society. You don't need both. Again, that's a repetition. Sometimes it's okay to repeat and paraphrase yourself, but not here because that's already very strong. This as it will argue both sides of the issue using examples, good and capital letter, to demonstrate points and support examples. Okay. Um, this is okay. It's a little bit general. You're not giving me anything specific. Kind of indicate a little bit where you're going to go. Or disadvantages to society and to learning a language skill. Something like that. Give me a little bit of something to make it specific to your essay, not just a super general introduction, which could be like for any essay. Do you know what I mean? On the one hand, there's ample evidence that, comma, here, with the advent of various language applications on the internet, communication across the globe has improved considerably. The central reason behind this is twofold. First, these applications instantly translate one language into another, allowing crucial communication to happen seamlessly in no time. Good. Yeah, this is quite similar to your other essay. Well done, though. It works. Great. Secondly, these apps save money and time, which one would spend. Not quite sure about your use of wood there, which could. Oh, sorry, map here. Which might otherwise have been spent on. So we're putting in a passive structure here, which is quite nice. Have been spent on, and with a modal verb, so it's got a lot of complex grammar going in there. Have been spent on, hiring a language tutor, a specific person, and mastering a technique, respectively. Okay, mastering a linguistic technique. Let's use that adjective, technique, respectively. Increased use of them has, so use singular, has singular, minimize language barriers, thus exposing countries to exchange, learn, and understand foreign culture and skills. Very nice. I like your use of 3 ideas here. That's very effective. Well done. Really like that. Good stuff. This has also improved. Now, this, careful, because there's so much going on here that this, I'm thinking, we're referring back to this increased use. All right. This has also improved career options for businessmen, or maybe say for many businessmen. If you're not totally confident about using the all the time, because this is coming up as an error quite a lot, just say many businessmen who want to spread their business locally. Rather than spread, I would say rather who want to develop internationally. Okay? So because your essay is quite long, sometimes you can be a little bit more concise. So here I've just got 2 words instead of 5. Okay. For example, recent American research by the UK government demonstrated that the rate of international business expansion. So it's you don't need business expansion because you're talking about how they've grown has escalated by 30% in the last decade, and this escalation. It's expansion, not escalation, actually. This, you don't need to repeat it. You can omit it here because you've already had it there. So this is directly proportional to the surge in the use of online translation. You need to connect that back to the question, not disappear off on the other question, yeah? It is therefore conclusively clear that translating apps have made an invaluable contribution to society at a global, a global level. Okay, really nice. I was going to say business and professional, but we don't need any more words. So really good. Nice paragraph again, very clear. Your Lexis, your language is great. Really, really good. That paragraph is working really nicely with the template. I hope you feel happy with it. Let me know. On the other hand, although this is a case for language technological advancements enriching society in numerous ways, the impact of such applications on language tutors and translators cannot be overstated. Good. You can have simply here translation tools. I mean, you're working so hard at your paraphrasing, but you can just simplify it. Yeah. This is largely because young learners do not want to hire. Maybe say may not rather than do not. May or might not want to hire a tutor and pay. You don't need to repeat that because you hire a tutor and pay just infinitive, as similar results might or could be achieved. Careful, I disagree. By installing an app. So let's use it. Let's get this a bit tighter. A smartphone app in just a few clicks. Yeah. So that could go. I would say in just a few clicks. That can go as well. Okay. Yeah. In instead of with. Tourists. So that's one point you've made here. Additionally, use a nice connecting word there. Tourists are no longer interested. Not no more. No longer, because we're talking about interested in looking for translators while visiting foreign countries because language applications can be used anywhere. Good. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I'm not actually sure you need that. It's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with it. But if you are short of time, I don't know how you're doing on time. If you're short of time, that can go. Because you're talking here about language tutors. And then here again, you're talking about language tutors. And here it seems like, okay, I'll just throw in tourists. And it just seems, it doesn't quite go with the cohesion of the rest of the paragraph. And as I say, nothing wrong with it, but I'm not sure I'd put it in there. Language tutors and translators. Consequently, as a result of this, language tutors and translators are changing their professions, and people are becoming more dependent as people become more, rather than and, I would put here, as people become more dependent on technology. Okay. To illustrate this, an extensive study by Oxford, again, watch out that, just Oxford University, showed that the number of English language teachers number is the subject, has been reduced, and you want another passive there, has been, they're not reducing themselves, been reduced by 40% on average since the advent of the internet. So since the advent and on average. Okay, it is possible to state beyond doubt that tremendous use, widespread, I would do, use of such applications has caused some negative effects on areas of the economy. Yeah, okay, so well done, nice paragraph. We're picking up quite a lot of little things, aren't we? We're picking up similar grammar mistakes, but now I've picked them up on 2 essays. You will hopefully be able to see what's happening here. And yeah, just trying to kind of tighten it up. You're using quite a lot of words. Sometimes you could just use fewer words. Just read it through and see what you think. If you like, we've just kind of changed a little bit haven't we? To conclude from the arguments examples given, I firmly believe that despite some of the detrimental effects, translating applications have, noun verb again, be careful, have proved. So either are beneficial, you can't be have beneficial, you can have benefits, are immeasurably beneficial to most areas of society. Yeah, so I think you just need to change that a little bit. Okay, but otherwise, very nice, Tariq. Well done. I mean, you are so good, and just really, really please think about these corrections I'm making, and that will just absolutely help you. So this is another task 1. The given illustration, okay, same as before, tell me what it is. It's a pie chart. Okay. The pie chart provides information concerning popular subjects at school in Germany in the year 2017. Figures given percentages. Good. Okay. Overall, history, capital letters for all the subjects. Okay. History and PE were the most popular subjects. Whereas, so we're going to use a contrasting word here like we did before, whereas IT, this must be in capital letters, otherwise it looks like it. IT was the least popular. Okay, so rather than, you've got popular in here 3 times, there, and there. So try and think of another word for popular because you're good at paraphrasing. Preferred, which I know is a good one, or enjoyed, or rated is another one, or voted for. There are ways around this, and it's important that you show the examiner some skill in your language on this one as well as task 2. History and PE recorded the highest popularity figures. So again, we're going to try and change this at 22.4 and 22.9 respectively. Maths and physics and maths were the second favourite subjects, plural, amongst school students with figures of 18.9. Now you can't just, you're just giving me a list here. It's not very interesting. Yeah. So you've used respectively there, and you've used respectively there. You can only use it once. It's a good word, but don't overuse it. With figures, if you want to put figures like that, you could put which account for around, what are we, 40 of the overall. So give me a little bit of extra information here to make it a bit more interesting, and that you're not just giving me a list. I don't want a list. I want it to be more exciting than that. All of these subjects combined, well done, accounted for nearly 3/4. Good. That's really nice. Okay, good. In the remaining subjects, biology was preferred by a smaller proportion of students than, if you're going to have smaller, you make it comparative. So give me the comparative than, and an almost similar proportion of students liked, past tense, geography. Okay, figures for both subjects. Geography. Let's link it together. Where figures for both subjects were 7.1. Yes. Okay. In contrast, IT was the least popular among and only ranked with 3.7% of students. Now, do me a nice connecting thing here. Which represents, what are we, 4%? Which represents a quarter of the votes for physics or something like that, or you could even link it back up to these ones as well, which was a fifth of something or other. So the skill here is not just telling me what I can see because I can see it. The skill is telling it to me in a clever way using these comparative language, okay, which is really important. I'm going to send you a link as well, which I think might guide you on those. But otherwise, Tariq, great work. Well done. Thank you.